welcome back, guys, to Back The Pak episode 2. And myself, Umar, your host. Alongside me is Asim, my co-host and partner in crime. Hello, Asim. How are you?
Good to be back, bro.
Excellent. And today, guys, we have a special guest on the show. It's actually my younger brother, Bilal, who's another crazy Pakistan fan. He's been on many journeys, many tours, many series with us. And we thought, you know what, today, after watching the Pakistan-Sri Lanka game, which, by the way, boys, was outstanding. I mean, I think that was one of the best run chases I've seen, and I'm not biased.
World record.
Absolutely. So, you know what? I'll tell you what. Let's kickstart with our guest, Bilal. So, Bilal, what's your sort of thought process on this? What's your opinions?
It was a great chase. They done very well to get to that target. Like you said, it's a record chase. They've never done that before. Fantastic. Fantastic result for them. Yeah. Some criticisms to discuss, which I'm sure we'll get onto.
Of course.
But as far as the chase goes, a really good chase.
So look, we're all about criticism as long as it's structured. Just to get that clear, the whole aim of this podcast that we've started recently is, as it is in the name of the show, we back the pack. We win together, guys. We lose together. Ultimately, there's a famous saying in Pakistan and in Pakistan cricket is "Tum jeeto, tum haro, hum tumhare saath hain." We're always with you guys. Like I said, we win together, we lose together, and we always back the pack. But yeah, criticism, absolutely, it's needed sometimes, as long as it's structured, and that's the aim of the show. So, Asim, what's your opinion?
Listen, like you said, world record win. Can't complain too much. Yeah. At the end of the day, we need to win. We've got to get the points where we can. And Sri Lanka is a formidable opponent. You know?
Absolutely.
We lost to them not too long ago at Asia Cup. So listen, overall, very happy. But you know, I can't lie. There were a few moments where I was a bit deflated. First innings, you know, end of the first innings, the bowling sort of not 100% for me. We're still not what we could be. But you know, the wicket's got a lot to do with that. I think there's a lot of factors involved in that. And you know, even listening to the sort of analysis afterwards, you know, Rizwan said that's the score they were happy with. 350, they said, you know, if that's what they get, we'll be happy, we've bowled well. So, you know, there is something to be said for that.
I think on a track like that at Hyderabad, it is a high scoring pitch normally. But you know, I think what made it special today for me, and Bilal, maybe you can put a bit of input onto this, was it's a World Cup. It's an ICC World Tournament, and you know, like the moment we lost the toss, I thought to myself, is that a good toss to sort of lose? You know, I don't know what good score is, but looking at previous games that have just taken place, this was game number 8, I think. There's been some high scoring games, and I thought to myself, well, if we're going to chase anything above 300, it might just be a bit tricky. However, normally in the second innings, especially in the subcontinent, you get the dew factor plays in a lot. It's normally easier to get that ball off the bat, and for the bowlers to actually grip that ball, it can be a bit of a challenge. But I'm still a little concerned about our bowling. I think that, again, the middle overs, I don't think we're actually controlling the game. I think if we look at our squad, and I've been saying this, I said it I think if I'm correct, in the first podcast, and I've been saying this, you know, outside of the podcast as well, that we just haven't got a genuine spinner, and we don't have someone that can control the game from the bowling perspective.
The problem I'm seeing, as well as they're doing and as well as they're trying with what they've got, and today they showed that, you know, even a target of 340 plus, they were able to chase it down.
Yeah.
Very similarly to what they've done in Pakistan against Australia, where it was a 340 plus target. Everyone thought that they weren't going to get it, and they've done it. So they showed today, even with losing 2 early wickets, they were still able to get there and chase it down. There are concerns at the top order of the batting, but I think they're trying to work around that, hence dropping Babar Azam, bring in Abdullah Shafiq. Exactly. They showed it work. They've got the depth in the squad to do that. The issue is the depth in the bowling. I think they're concentrating so much on having all-rounder spinners who in their mind, maybe can do a good job in both aspects, rather than having
exactly. So we can back down.
rather than having a spinner who's not good but great at what he does.
So I think we're trying to bat deep.
Yeah, like everybody else. Right?
Yeah,
so I think that's a modern model.
But that's costing us runs in the middle overs. At the end of the day, when you
100%.
play in the subcontinent, seam is good, but it doesn't really do much for you in subcontinent. It's all about controlling the game in the middle overs with your spinners.
But having said that, I was just going to say, like the one point which I think I saw some part of the analysis earlier on, at the end of the day, Sri Lanka have specialist spinners. They don't work for them.
No.
So in this particular game, I think that will play to our favour.
Yeah.
I think everything that like I say, shaky start on the batting, maybe bowling that didn't look great, but I think with the conditions, with the wicket, everything taken into account.
They were able to bring it around and make a game of it. And as a whole, when you look at the match from start to end, from first inning to second innings, as a whole, I don't think you can be too disappointed with what they've done.
No.
Because like today, we mentioned before, it's a world record chase, not been done before in the World Cup.
And this is the thing. I think then it comes down to the individuals. I think that's we need to break that down. I think.
This is something that we've really been talking about even in the last podcast. In the first episode, that Babar Azam. I mean, what did we play the right squad in the Netherlands game? And I think I was watching the game this morning, and Waqar Yunus was on the opening commentary, and when they were discussing the squad, and they talked about the openers, and he made a point, and it hit home. He said, I think it was Simon Dool on the commentary box with him, and Simon talked about today we have Abdullah Shafiq. Now I'm a big fan of ABD. That's what we all know him as. He is immense talent. I think he's one of those Kohinoors, the ones that he was lost somewhere, we've got him now, and I just hope that we stick to him. I think the combination of ABD opening the batting with Imam, it gives us a bit of right hand left hand combination, which we kind of slacked because we had Imam and Fakhr both left handers. So. But yeah, I think dropping Fakhr today was a good choice. But going back to what I was saying about Waqar Yunus, so he said, I don't understand why this wasn't done during the Asia Cup.
But this is the thing, right? So I wasn't aware. I'm not the statistician in the group, so I wasn't aware.
I am.
that he's scored a debut century in all forms of the game. So why not test him earlier?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Like we said last week, we can't contradict what we said.
No. And
we can't change the squad. We've got to back up a chance, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And we've always, once again, going back in time, this and that and the other, they were hoping, probably as we were, that he was going to show his, in a competition, in that environment.
The thing is, when you have someone like Fakhr in the team, you get it in your head. I think you kind of expect that it's going to be hit and miss. He's like the Afridi or the Imran Nazir of the past. Imran Nazir of the past, in the sense that
I'm a big advocate of Shahid Afridi,
but you knew what you got with Shahid Afridi. It was one game he'd be amazing, 3 games he wouldn't be. You still keep him in the squad because you know that's what's going to happen.
Often said that he batted with his eyes closed, right?
Exactly.
So
with having Fakhr, it's not, for me, that's not really that much of a problem. It's more the people who have been consistently reliable, who now, when you need them the most, are probably not playing their best. I think Imam Ul-Haq is probably one of the ones we discussed him on. He's played so well for the last year, years. Been on form.
And now,
all of a sudden, he's struggling.
But this is the thing again. Once again, ICC tournament, right? We can't undermine the fact that he hasn't played in these tournaments. Most of them haven't played in these tournaments.
Well,
Imam was saying this is his first tournament.
Imam was in the last 50-over World Cup. I think, if I'm correct, he actually done really well. Yes, it was in England. It's a different sort of pitches. I think in England, you'll definitely get the bounce. You'll get a lot of
the ball comes onto the bat.
Comes exactly that. So the ball comes onto the bat. Where if you go into the subcontinent, as we all know, you're pretty much chasing the ball.
You have to work a lot
because you really got to put a little bit more effort in, and the ball normally grip a bit more. Most likely it will turn. But again,
the thing is, having said that, that's what he would have grown up playing
Yeah,
in Pakistan.
yeah.
The pitches are very similar, where you have to go to the ball rather than the ball coming to you.
And the thing, but then this is the thing, him getting, this top edge and getting out the same way basically as the Netherlands game, or a similar way, let's just say.
Yeah, so I mean,
I'm not sure he's learning, and this is my concern.
The thing is, with Imam, Madhushankar decided to test out Imam with the short one, and Imam took the bait.
Again.
Yeah, and
I mean, it was a
but he went for the pull shot. It was a bit rushed on him.
It was an execution, wasn't it?
And he gets the top edge and flies down to fine leg, and that was it.
Another day that could have gone flying over the boundary for 6.
Yeah.
I think
like
the
you said,
thing is
the pressure.
he starts off confident, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that, like, even last time we may have said that he looked good.
He
starts off good,
and he is a player that looks good.
Is it overconfidence? I don't know. It's just there's something about Imam that he's hopefully, once again, like we said last time, fucker, it clicks.
My only concern is we're living in hope. And we've got to, and I said this last time.
We're Pakistan fans. I think that's all.
Hashtag Back The Pak. Hashtag we did. Yeah. So, but we said this last time, didn't we? That we're in the thick of a tournament, and we need some players to really, really step up. And look, we can dwell all day long on Imam and Fakhr, etc. But you know what? I want to take the positives out of today, and the positives are that we won a great chase, so we can't take that away.
No, there's plenty of positives from today.
Right, so we're going to talk about Babar Azam. I think you were the expert on Babar. So let's start with you, bro.
You know the funny thing is that for some reason every player that I actually fall in love with ends up getting hammered. Whether it's a bowler or a batsman, whether it's social media hammering them, or you guys, my friends and family hammering them. And I was a huge, and I still am a huge fan of Shahid Afridi. And from the 1996, when I first saw him, just a huge fan. And now obviously he's retired, and his son-in-law's taken over, and I love Shaheen. But I'm a huge Babar fan. I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it until my last breath. Babar Azam is probably the world's most prolific driver of the ball, alongside Virat Kohli, who I still think is probably got an upper hand on him. But today, again, I'll let you talk through the dismissal. But again, he's just not. I don't know where we've gone wrong.
I think with Babar now. It's been argued. I think we've had this debate before. He performs, right? When we're playing, when we're not in an ICC tournament, or when we're playing the lesser opponents, he has been performing. We can't even argue. Even the other day, but today it's a case of I just felt like he was a bit immature. I don't know whether he was nervous, but he was baited into it. He's had one wide. He's had the dot ball before his dismissal, and then it's almost the same delivery, and he's managed to nick it. And I'm thinking, with his experience, and his class, he can do it. I don't know whether it's nerves, I don't know what it is, but something's definitely needs to be worked out there.
In any other situation, on the third delivery being the same as the previous two, he would have either seen it coming down the legs and left it and thought, let it go for wide, take the run
wide,
or he would have smashed that and then would have gone down the final leg for 4 or something.
100%, yeah. But I mean, look, once again, like I say, we need him to perform in the next game, right? That's the reality. Hopefully, he's brushing. You can brush this off. He's a professional. He's definitely capable of it, and that is the game. Like I say, the big game that we want to see him perform in, and prove the hate is wrong, prove the doubt is wrong. Like you say, we've been criticised, and I know that you obviously love him no matter what. We love him too.
Yeah.
But what it is, we just need to see some, that one performance that we can say yes. He can do it at the top.
The thing is that if you look at record, Babar Azam against India, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, I believe he's only got 150.
I believe so.
Yeah, and that was the chase. Right. That was the 2021
T20
World Cup, when we won by 10 wickets. So his record against India is not great, and sometimes I feel that majority of teams do their homework on players. But I think India's definitely done their homework on Babar anyway. They've got his cards marked.
And this is the thing,
and they know exactly where to pitch the ball at him, and where he gets out. And if I'm correct, going back into previous games, he'll either get trapped LBW, if it's a pacer, if it's a spinner. I've seen him get balled, and I remember him, Kuldeep Yadav, in the 2019 World Cup in Manchester. He balled him a beauty of a ball, and it was unplayable. Or he'll get caught.
It's the two matches so far in this World Cup. The first game, it was almost he came in with complacency in the sense that I think the whole team did.
Yeah.
Opposition is Netherlands, lowest ranked team in the World Cup. They're probably thinking we'll do them over easily, and it was a really complacent, lazy shot which went straight to the fielder. Today, I don't know if you can call it a lazy shot, but a shot he shouldn't have played, or should have played a lot better for someone of his standard, his caliber.
Yeah, I think there's a bigger conversation to be had, and I'm probably not the one to have in this roundup, show. But there's definitely a bigger conversation to be had about the captaincy, and I think there's that thing that I do feel like there's a lot going on up there. We had a little conversation earlier, I think, pre-show about even the overs, and I think we'll come to that later on with the bowling. But there's a lot of this captaincy.
There's if you go back in history and look at most teams that had really, really good batsmen who became captains, as soon as they became captains, they lose form, or the rhythm goes.
Look at Kohli.
We kind
of compare those two.
And then as soon as they give that captaincy up, and keep their pace in the team, obviously, their batting goes back to where it was.
I think even if you look at Australia, when Steve Smith, when he was playing just as a batsman, and also used to bowl, he came in as a leg spinner. And then when he took over captaincy, he didn't fall that bad, but it wasn't as great anymore. But the moment he started, obviously I know there was a lot of controversy and came back.
Of course,
But as soon as he come back, he's
brilliant. Unfortunately, the problem we've got is we're in the middle of a World Cup, and it's not going to happen.
Not now. And
this is not for the future, really.
Yeah, hopefully he's successful, and but I still think that decision needs to happen at some point.
Yeah.
So moving on. Positive.
That's right.
Positive. So
Back The Pak.
ABD.
ABD.
Mate.
Abdullah Shafiq, what a player. I've said this before, immense player. He has so much talent, and he showed. And the best thing about ABD today was the confidence. They always say no matter what you do in life in general, if you're gonna do something, you do it with your chest out. You're doing it with being pride, with a lot of pride in you. And his shots, he took some risks, but they were beautiful. There were some lovely sweeps coming down the track, last minute cutting off the back foot and straight drives. It was amazing. And when he got that 100, that little bow that
I was going to say, the celebration was actually as well.
I was actually emotional. It actually got tears. I had tears in my eye, thinking, you know what, you couldn't do anything wrong today. You were absolutely brilliant. I'm like, you could probably feel it in my emotions. Like,
would have been good to see it through to the end.
Look, you know what? I think he was tired. He carried the load.
And the ball he got out to. It was someone who was very tired. But he'd done his job.
It was a good catch.
And it was a fantastic catch. And I believe the guy, I can't remember the...
he was a substitute.
He was a substitute, exactly. So but ABD, amazing. And you know what? I inshallah he carries on.
That's right.
Inshallah this guy is gonna keep scoring for us.
He's taken his opportunity by the horns.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
He carries on.
But the partnership. It was that partnership with Riz. I've got no words for it.
Reliable Rizwan.
Absolutely.
You've got to call it something like that.
Well, I called him Busy Rizzy, didn't I? Because he's quite busy. He's a busy player. But 176 run partnership, I believe, if I'm correct.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds right.
Stats correct. Something like that. And but Rizwan, ABD, we're not fobbing you. We're gonna talk about you for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully,
Muhammad Rizwan, guys, 131 not out, a soldier, an absolute soldier.
what was it? A little bit of cramps, a little bit of acting.
A little bit of cramps. That's what he said in his press conference, right?
Yeah,
Right at the end of the first match. I mean, amazing, wasn't he? He was carrying a cramp, yet he ensured he stayed in to see this right through to the end. And I mean, I think it might be a meme at some point, but the shot that he played to get his, was it his 50 or 100? I can't remember exactly, but it's when he hit the shot, and I think Simon Dooley was on the commentary box at that point, and they were absolutely bursting with laughter because he played the shot and then he sort of fell down. Yeah. But it was just the way he fell.
Yeah.
But do you know what? That's something that will remain with me for a very long time.
For me, in his back, the two shots that I saw, which I thought really were brilliant, was the two inside-out shots that he played. He came down, moved out to the leg, and played them inside out. Almost reminded me a little bit of Yunus Khan, the kind of shots he used to play.
What did I say?
And again, Yunus Khan was very similar to Rizwan in the sense he was a busy player on the field.
He's my brother.
You can see the resemblance. He keeps low down. He's always moving around, very busy, and the inside-out shots, the hardest shots to play.
Definitely, definitely. Especially if a ball's turning or is moving, and
you played him. I saw him play it twice. Maybe might play more, but I saw the two today. They were brilliant.
Mate, like I say, and the guy, I think his character,
definitely
to get through, like I think you can call him a soldier.
Absolute soldier.
But I was watching his post-match press conference that he did, and he likened the crowd, and this is another factor. I mean, the crowd was there. And
I want to take this opportunity again, and I want to say a big, huge thank you to the crowd of India, to the crowd of Hyderabad. You guys were amazing towards us. Even you support Sri Lanka, but for me to see a game, it's a neutral crowd, right? It's a neutral,
almost like a home game.
And it actually felt. I think was it Rizwan mentioned that he felt like as if he was playing in Pindi, and again, how amazing is that? And the crowd, please, keep us in your minds, keep us in your hearts, keep supporting us, and we will. Inshallah, one day I want to see Pakistan tour India and India tour Pakistan, and we're supporting each other. And it was amazing. It was amazing, and I'm really, really excited for the rest of the tournament. And we get more crowds and like that.
So far, this tournament is showing, especially when it comes to Pakistan, that cricket is the winner.
Well, this is what I'm saying, because I think even Rizwan said that at the end of the day, they were all fans of cricket. They supported Sri Lanka, they supported Pakistan, they showed, they could have just been indifferent or, quite the opposite. But no, it was good to see, and I think that's what pulled them through. So, bro, we want to look at an overview of the game this time, right? So, we at the end of the day, my opinion is, I think Pakistan's in a good place. We've got the momentum now. Right, 2 wins out of 2, can't be complaining. And a big game next. Can we afford to lose? Yes, but do we want to lose? No. And that's the thing, right? We can't be looking that way, and I think we can ride this wave. India had a more shaky game than we did.
They did.
So let's try and be positive, and I think we can do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to take a loss, just genuinely as it is. But I don't know. I just feel 134,000 capacity stadium in Ahmedabad with only 11 Pakistanis on the field, no fans. I don't know.
But hey, they came through today, bro.
They did. Yeah. But today, if India were playing,
they need to do what they've been doing so far, which is try and win the games, get the points, ride that wave of momentum that they've got. Like you said, they're on a winning streak. You can't take that away from them. They're 2 out of 2.
Yeah.
So they're doing well. They're doing whatever they're doing well. At the end of the day, the World Cup is all about results.
They're doing it the Pakistan way.
They're doing it the Pakistan way.
The mediocre way is the Pakistan way.
That's right.
So continue, carry on, and inshallah we get there at the end.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's do a quick fire just to finish this off. Predictions for Saturday.
A Pakistan win comprehensively.
Yeah. I'm going to go not comprehensive. A tight win, but
a Pakistan win.
Yeah, Pakistan.
Okay. I'm going to go the devil's advocate. I'm going to go with the India win. And that's purely, look, honestly, I want us to win every game, but that's just not possible. At some point, unless you're the Australia of the 90s and 2000s, and even India at some point, you know, they had some winning streaks galore. Like I said, guys, the crowd, 134,000 capacity, 11 Pakistanis on the field. It's going to be so much noise, it's going to be so much heat. I don't know. It's gonna, you know, I'm gonna go with India. I think I'm having a big battle right now between my heart and my head, and my heart's saying Jive Jive Pakistan, and my head is saying all I'm going to be hearing is India, India. You know. so yeah, I mean, you know, let's see, inshallah. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with India on this one. Yeah. Well, Asim, thank you again for being my partner in crime.
Always a pleasure.
And Bilal, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And inshallah, we'll see you again.
Inshallah.
Yeah. And maybe Saturday.
Maybe I'll be there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, guys, just to let you know, so come on Saturday. Prior to the game, we're looking to hopefully do a little preview, maybe.
Yeah, prior, during, a little live stream,
something like that. Yeah. And thank you for for watching. Back the Pak.
Back the Pak.
Back the Pak.
Back the Pak.
Pakistan Zindabad. And guys, lastly, please subscribe to our channel and show us the love that you're showing us so far from episode 1. Like the page, share the channel, share the episodes, and if we're making any mistakes, please feed us back. Give us some feedback, and we take feedback constructively. So
give us the comments, please.
Give us the comments, but please subscribe to Back the Pak.
Pakistan
Zindabad.